Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Brendan Ecker Influence, where I teach you how to succeed, accomplish your dreams, and develop multiple income streams. Today's episode is all about how to handle stress. On this podcast, I teach you how to be effective as a human being, teach you about business, what's happening, teach you about the trends. I'm just thinking to myself, how have I handled stress up to this point, and how can I handle it better going into the future? Well, when I deal with individuals on the streets, on the road, as a police officer, I've learned that you have to be calm and you have to relax people. You have to know what inspires them. You have to know what makes them fearful. You have to know what makes people scared and afraid. Because if you can exploit people's deepest fears and combat those fears, make those fears go away, people are going to feel more comfortable around you. It's about handling stress. When you're in a stressful situation, like I said, as a police officer, for example, you have to take a moment. You have to do your tactical breathing, as we were taught in the academy. 3 breaths. Slow, relaxed, calm. Everything is zen. That's the way it needs to be. Your whole life needs to be like that, because let me tell you something. You're going to go through a lot of crap. You're going to have a lot of shitty situations. You're going to have to go through a lot of horrible stuff that's going to make you a stronger person, more effective person. And at the end of the day, it's going to make people want to be around you more. They're going to be like, look at this guy. Who is this? Who is this guy? My typical process for handling stress involves a sequence of realizing that nothing matters that much. At the end of the day, what really matters is making sure that you are accomplishing your goals and then protecting your family and being a good person, being a virtuous person, an honorable person, a successful person, an effective person, a valuable person. Those are the things you need to be as a human being, and that's what matters most. If you can be that, then you're going to change the world, and you're going to be very happy with who you are as a human being. Why? You're going to have friends at that point. People are going to want to help you. This is why it's so important to have a good attitude about things in life. You have to be positive. You have a choice at the end of the day. You can be negative or you can be positive. It's not easy to choose because things are hard sometimes. But the truth is, the law of the universe tells us that negativity spreads like wildfire. And it's the same thing with positivity. If you can be positive, then guess what? Positive things are going to happen to you. The people around you are going to be more positive. The outcome of your life is going to be more positive. Everything is going to be more positive. Productivity, big one, is going to be more positive. Everything is going to be up when you are focused. Not just focused. Handling the stress. Handling the stress means that you take a breath, relax, do your tactical breathing, whatever you got to really do. But at the end of the day, everybody's got some kind of coping mechanism. For me, my coping mechanism is work. I like to work on solving problems. Again, I know, cliche, I'm a police officer. Of course, this guy would just want to solve problems all day. For me, I like to solve business problems more than anything. I'm more of an entrepreneur than I am a police officer. I think about business 24/7. I'm obsessed with business. I'm obsessed with entrepreneurship because it is the key to freedom. It's the key to life. It's the key to wealth, happiness, and abundance. Truly, being an entrepreneur gives you the life that you want to live. That fantasy life that you're scrolling on Instagram to find, you could be living it right now. I got friends who are always playing video games, playing GTA 5, wasting all their time, just kind of, it's completely useless. They don't need to be doing anything like that. It's just a waste of time. But for them, they feel like a CEO when they're playing GTA 5 online and they wake up in their penthouse and do their thing and then do the GTA 5 routine. And they feel good about themselves when they're making that money through a video game. Let's face it. You can really do that in real life. Why would you want to not do this in real life? Why would you not want to be the CEO of your own life? Why would you not want to be in control of your future, your destiny, your path, where you're heading, where you're going tomorrow? Think about it. Me personally, it only makes sense to be my own man. I don't feel good about myself when I'm not handling stress by being myself. That's a big way that I handle stress. For me, handling stress, I like to work, focus, buckle down, and I feel good about myself because that seems to bring me results. Meaning that in order for me to not be stressed out, I need to be achieving. I need to be succeeding. and exceeding expectations, right? So for me, that's a big deal to be a successful human being. It's very important to be successful because in my mind, I'm thinking about the next 5 generations. If I can, I would like my family to be extremely wealthy and taken care of. And also not just wealthy, happy, full of love. A big family. Like everybody wants, right? Think about it. It's a powerful thought. To have your own life, to be your own person, to not be in control, or to be in control, to be in control of your life. Nobody can mess with you. Nobody can touch you. You're untouchable because you're your own boss. You make the rules. You set the schedule. You can do what you want. How are people not doing this today is the real question I'm asking. And what makes people not want to do it? That's a really interesting question we should explore. But for now, let's stay focused on stress. Being a stressed out person is just going to take a toll on you, plain and simple. It sucks. Why would you want to be stressed? Do what you can to not be stressed. Do what you can to buckle down, see what you need to see, look at the bigger picture, and understand that at the end of the day, we're all going to die. Yes, I know, it's a morbid thought. It's horrible to actually believe that one day you're not going to be here. One day you're going to breathe your last heartbeat. One day you're going to die. At the end of the day, we're all going to die. None of us are getting out of this thing called life alive. None of us. So, why not just go for it? Why not just take it all? Be the most successful human being that you can possibly become. That's extraordinary and inspirational to people. That makes people want to elevate. That makes people want to raise the bar with you. Yeah, if you start a YouTube channel or a podcast, other people are going to do it too. Is it stressful to make a YouTube episode and put your face out there? Yeah. But at the end of the day, why be stressed? Why not just say, screw it. I'm going to do what I want. People are going to judge me anyways. I'm going to just say what I want. Because I want to be in control of my life. I don't want anybody telling me what I can and cannot say as a human being. And that makes me less stressed. And that will make you less stressed as well. Being able to say what you want to say, become who you want to become. I bet there's some things you want to learn. If you were a less stressed out individual every day, you would be far more successful than you are today. I mean, you stay hard on yourself. Don't get me wrong. It's a good thing to be hard on yourself. Stay disciplined. Don't be lazy. But at the same time, you need to relax. If you're going to handle hard, stressful, big problems and solve those problems, you need to be relaxed. As a baseball player, you're going to strike out every time if you're not relaxed. That's something I learned when I was an NCAA baseball player, when I played in college. Played at the University of Olivet. It's pretty good. I was third baseman, and usually I was like 4th or 5th in the lineup. For some reason, I was pretty good at baseball. Always have been. I've been playing it since I was 3 and a half. So there's the backstory on that. But back to the topic at hand. In order for you to be a great baseball player, you had to be relaxed. You had to be calm. You had to be collected. You had to understand that it's part of the game to strike out sometimes. It's the same exact thing in life. You're going to strike out. Sometimes you're just not going to hit a home run. Sometimes you might just hit a double. Sometimes you might hit a triple. It'd be really cool. People really like that triple. Sometimes you might get lucky. You might get on first base because an error was made. Somebody overthrew it to first. That turned into a double now. Look at you. How lucky are you? Maybe you hit a home run, but originally it was just going to be a regular little bunt.
Hey guys, Brendan Ecker here. Just wanted to say thank you for listening. If you guys want some more value, then go ahead and buy my books, Beyond the Beat and How I Made My Door My Office. The paperback for Beyond the Beat is $29.99, and the paperback for How I Made My Door My Office is $19.99. If you guys want some of that value, go ahead and buy it from my store, and you'll get 20% off your second purchase. Yes, that's right. 20% off your second purchase if you get one book today. It's a pretty good deal. Go ahead, go to my website, goldshark.media, buy a book, and guess what? Your next purchase will be 20% off. All you got to do is put in the discount code 20OFF. So, if you're interested in getting smarter, if you're interested in becoming more effective as a human being, and if you want to learn more about my life, then definitely go ahead and buy my books, Beyond the Beat and How I Made My Door My Office. Again, you can get Beyond the Beat for $29.99 off of my website if you want the paperback cover, or you can get How I Made My Door My Office for $19.99 paperback cover. If you want to buy the ebook off of Amazon, that's $9.99. And if you subscribe to Kindle, then you should be able to get it for free by only paying like 99 cents. So again, it's affordable for you if you can't afford the paperbacks, and you can access the book everywhere. And I'm also going to be, little secret, releasing my audiobook for free here soon on the podcast, and only those who are listening to this will have the luxury of getting this for free. Also, if you'd like to support the podcast, then I've provided the link in the description below. Like I said, if you want anything else, then we're going to be creating some more merch here soon. And definitely buy some merch. Buy a mug. Buy a t-shirt. Buy something that's going to benefit you and make you look swag. All right, let's get back to the show.
In high school football, applying for the leadership council position, which I did end up getting, I was asked a question. My coaches asked me, Brendan, how do you handle the yellow light situations in life? I didn't know what they meant, but then they explained it to me. Brendan, the yellow light situations are those situations in life where you have a choice. You can either choose to relax, calm down on the problem, fix the problem, and turn the situation back into a green light. Or you can panic, freak out, not know what to do, make a mistake, then make more mistakes, and eventually end up in a red light situation where everything stops and the game is over. How do you handle those situations, Brendan? And then it made sense to me. I said, oh, okay, well, the yellow light situations in life, I'm very good at handling those. In the yellow light situations, I choose to be positive and optimistic. When they asked me the question about the yellow light, I told them, yeah, I've lived through a lot of yellow light situations and turned most of them into green. I've been good at getting the green light situations my entire life because I was wise enough to remember that you have to relax, take a step back, look at the situation, and slow down to speed up. If you want to solve a problem, you need to find the chink in the chain. You need to figure out what the origin of that problem is, where it started, how long it's been there. It's a process of deduction. It's a process of elimination. Eventually, you find yourself picking and prying at those little problems to eventually create this one massive solution. And that's kind of the way I saw the yellow light situations in my life. I always chose to be optimistic. For me, it wasn't a choice. I could either be a little bitch, I could cry about the things that were hard, I could just give up, or I could choose to be powerful. I could choose to be strong. I could choose to be focused. Unfortunately, the universe has a really sick sense of humor. The universe is going to kick you when you're down. The universe has a way of testing people and observing which people can handle my stress. Which human beings on planet Earth can I put to the test, and which ones will actually come out the other side a winner? Interesting. Nobody cares about your problems, and I know it's hard to hear, but it's the truth. You just gotta suck it up. You gotta be tough. You gotta be willing to get to that next level on your own and just understand that you're gonna have a lot more hard moments in life. Nothing is easy. Nothing is gonna be given to you. Nothing is fair. Everything is for the taking. The winner takes it all. You have to be the winner and decide to be the winner. Everybody's trying to be the wolf or the sheepdog when I'm just trying to be the shepherd. I want to lead the flock. I want to make sure that everything is taken care of. You have a choice in life. Things are going to get hard. You're going to lose your family members. They're all going to die one day. You might lose your wife. You might lose your husband. You have to handle stress in life. Nothing's going to come easy. Life sucks at the end of the day. Life's hard. It's tough. Nothing's going to be given to you. You got to take it. Everything is for the taking. The winner takes it all. So you need to choose to be the winner. It's not a question of being the wolf or the sheep, but whether or not you want to be the shepherd. Everybody is trying to be the sheepdog, when I want to be the shepherd. I want to be in control of the outcome and the circumstances that are coming. I want to be in control of everything. I want to have full power and authority over decisions that are going to be made that will affect my life and the lives of those I love around me. This is an important thing that you need to value, because you are valued based on how you see yourself. You are valued based on how you see yourself and view yourself, how you perceive the world, your attitude towards things, your approach towards life, the way you handle things, the way you handle people, the way you understand people. This is what gets you to the next level in life. This is how you handle stress, but not just handle it, dominate it. You're going to stress in life. You're not going to get out of stressing. You have to embrace the stress. Stress is good for you. It's good for your mind. It's good for your body physically, because it forces you to get off your butt. It forces you to get things into perspective. Believe me, I know what it's like to be stressful, but at the end of the day, you have to choose to handle the stress with power and strength. It forces you to kick yourself in the ass and get started on whatever it is you've been waiting on doing. If you want to handle stress in life, you need to be able to handle difficult situations. You need to be able to take a step back. A little story of mine about how to handle stress and how I handled it. And when I say stressed, I mean stressed to the point of near dying. When I first started investing in crypto, I first invested in XRP. I believed in XRP. I liked the company. I liked that Ripple was taking on the SEC, all of this good stuff, right? Early in my career as an investor, as an entrepreneur, I was stupid and greedy. I made a decision that a lot of new, hungry, fresh, greedy entrepreneurs will make. When they see an opportunity, an undeniable and unresistible offer, they just have to pounce on it. Unfortunately, this led to me losing 10,000 XRP. I invested in XRP years ago. And it was when I first started investing. It was one of my first investments I made. I also invest in Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XLM, Algorand. I believe in crypto, and I think it is the future. But to the point and to the story. I was scammed out of $5,000. The $5,000 had a value of 10,000 XRP at this time. What happened was I was on Twitter, scrolling through Twitter, and I see that this post comes out from Ripple. And I'm like, oh, cool. So I'm scrolling through X, Twitter, and I find this post from what I thought was Ripple. Again, this was years ago when I first started investing. Click on the ad. I see that it's this landing page for a crypto giveaway, an airdrop. Oh, goody. How much money could I make? More XRP? No way. At this point, I had 10,000 XRP. I gave 10,000 XRP, which was worth about $5,000, just under $5,000, and essentially just gave it away because I fell for a scam and a con because I wanted money. I wanted riches quick. Guess what? That got me. I had to spend $10,000 of my hard-earned money that I was going to spend on real estate, buying a business, and I had to put it all back into XRP because of my folly, because of how stupid I was and greedy I was. And guess what? It was the most stressful moment ever. I remember the moment of seeing no more XRP in my ledger. I used Ledger Live. So I'm looking at my account and I see no more XRP. I have $271 left of XRP. And I'm just like, oh shit, what did I just do? And I go back, I'm talking to this chat bot that I was talking to for 5 minutes, making sure my transaction went through like a sucker. The customer support bot tells me, oh, you'll get it in 48 hours. You'll get your funds in 48 hours. And I said, okay, I'm counting on it. Of course I didn't see that money again. I filed a complaint with the FBI. I did all of that I needed to do. And guess what? I got scammed for $5,000. Never saw the money again. What did I learn from that? I had to handle the stress in a mature and professional way. $5,000. The moment of losing $5,000. Could you imagine that? Just by being stupid because you were greedy, right? I mean, imagine how I felt. My palms started sweating as soon as I realized I lost my money. My palms were sweating. I remember my face sweating. I felt like I had skipped 5 heartbeats in a row. And I could not breathe. And I just wanted to cry. But I took a moment and just breathed. I relaxed, calmed down, filed a report, did what I needed to do, documented everything, and focused on solving that problem. Okay? And that got me through it. Listen, I never saw the $5,000 again. I was never able to get my money back. But what I learned from that was 2 things. 1, don't be greedy. When you already have a great investment, don't try to get more when you're not for sure it's going to work. Don't be too risky to where it's not calculated. If you have to be searching for more than 5 minutes on whether or not it's a scam, then it's a scam. Be smart. Don't be as stupid as I was. But I handled the stress. What I did, I took a breath, I relaxed, and I was calm. I buckled down, I focused on what the problem was, and I did my best to solve the issue. Throughout the next 2 weeks, I remember just feeling horrible, but at the same time, it was good for me to learn this. And I just remember saying that. I remember when I lost this $5,000, I said, okay, it's just $5,000. That's okay. It's only $5,000. Fine. I'm not going to overvalue $5,000. Most people would have lost their shit. They would have filed a whole police report with their local police department, which would have never been able to do anything. Believe me, I know. At the end of the day, sometimes you just lose in business. You lose in investing. You lose money. And it's a stressful thing. Sometimes in life, you lose. It's a stressful experience. Stress comes from losing. Be okay with losing and understand that stress is a part of life. Because if you can handle that, if you can realize that stress is just a part of life and that it's totally normal, and if you learn how to handle that and ask yourself, okay, there's somebody else in the world that's just as stressed out as I am, how am I going to handle it better than that person? If the universe is watching me, testing me, watching what I do, what would the universe want me to do? How would the universe reward me? That's a question I've always asked myself, and it led me to great places throughout my entire life since I was a child in sports. I've always asked that question. to the universe specifically. What is it do you think I should do, universe? What will impress people? How do I get out of this problem? How do I handle this stress, universe? How do I handle it? Or God, right? God, universe, tomatoes, tomatoes. But I always thought of the universe as God. For me, I felt that I was always being watched by God and God was always testing me. I always felt like God was looking at me with a magnifying glass, observing how I handled problems and observing how I could handle tests and if I could pass these litmus tests. And I think I did pass them. I was calm, I was wise, even after being unwise, and realized that everything was going to be okay. That's it. It's that simple. You don't need to stress as much as you are. Stress is a good thing. Use it, channel it, but at the end of the day, you can't be too stressed because too much stress is going to destroy your workflow, your productivity. You got to handle stress by just being relaxed and choosing to be in a good mood and choosing to be optimistic, choosing to understand that you're going to win, you're going to lose, life's up and down. And that's a wrap for today's episode. I want to thank you guys for listening to the Brendan Ecker Influence, where I teach you how to succeed, accomplish your dreams, and develop multiple income streams. If you're looking for some extra value, go ahead and buy my books, Beyond the Beat, or my other book, How I Made My Door My Office, both books about entrepreneurship, but also books offering you some extra tips and tricks about how to become more effective as a human being, and how to achieve your dreams in business, entrepreneurship, and life. And if you want to get the discount, you can get the book right directly from my website, goldshark.media, and you'll get 20% off your second purchase. What we want is word of mouth so we can grow this podcast and help other entrepreneurs like yourself who are trying to become more successful and maneuver the jungle of business, entrepreneurship, but also life. This is where the future multi-millionaires are meeting. The future billionaires and trillionaires meet here. Crypto investors, we all meet right here. It starts here today for you. So, with that being said, stay prudent, stay powerful, and stay wealthy.